purposes of this statement, I'd like to look at 4 areas: the Local Enterprise Office involvement, the local authority contribution, the wider context, and future development and policy and suggestions. So the local enterprise offices. There are 31 local enterprise offices across the local authority network. The local enterprise office is the first-stop shop for anyone looking to set up or start a business in Ireland. Furthermore, the local enterprise office promotes entrepreneurship and is an advocate and catalyst for the establishment of a best practice enterprise culture. Across the network of 31 LEO offices, staff are actively involved in supporting co-working hubs, some directly through local authority hubs and others through their involvement with publicly funded DACs or CLGs. The primary focus of the LEO office is to encourage entrepreneurship and startups. Therefore, managed co-working hubs play an important contribution to the ecosystem of enterprise supports. They provide much more than a physical space for startups and growing businesses. The interaction between the early-stage entrepreneurs, remote workers, more experienced business owners, and the LEO staff and supports contribute strongly to the enterprise culture of a town or village. Tenants may or may not be directly supported, depending on the nature of their business, but a wide cohort are supported by LEO entrepreneurial training programmes, networking and other business supports. I'd like to talk a little bit about sector-specific hubs. So, managed co-working hubs with sectoral themes provide new opportunities to develop clusters of expertise and innovation. Sector-specific hubs include food hubs and those with a defined theme. So, for an example, in Offaly, we established the Junction Business Innovation Centre in 2015 with a special focus on design, software and renewable energies. We're now building on this, and through funding of nearly €500,000 from the Enterprise Ireland Regional Development Fund, we're about to develop Stream Creative Suite in Birr. And this new co-working hub will leverage the big data generated by the new iLofer radio telescope and will connect researchers and businesses in areas using big data. We're using the theme STREAM, because STREAM is an acronym for Science, Technology, Research, Engineering, Arts and Maths. So those businesses include everything from animation to astronomy, robotics, telecoms and software. A dedicated hub like this can create a very compelling proposition for IDA to attract related FDI or foreign direct investment to the area. And furthermore, sector-specific hubs can be a beacon for diaspora looking to return or invest in their home county. The local authority contribution. The Local Government Reform Act 2014 provided for strengthening of the role of the local authorities towards economic, social and community development. Over the past number of years, local authorities have been contributing to the delivery of the physical infrastructure of co-working hubs and in many cases have been providing support towards operational costs. Some have been undertaken directly by local authorities and others have been delivered with support funding through LEADER, town and village renewal schemes, the Urban and Rural Regeneration, Enterprise Ireland Regional Development Funds, etc. And furthermore, local authorities have been providing supports towards the development of smart communities via the local authority network of broadband officers, prioritising needs via a network of 296 broadband communication points throughout Ireland and collaborating with providers and funders to deliver fibre and Wi-Fi solutions for businesses, communities and tourist areas. Library services, providing meeting rooms and spaces for informal hot desking and for pre-startups researching business ideas. Local Community and Development Committee, the LCDCs, through that role we're assisting community groups incorporate co-working spaces into community centres. Skills audits and commuter surveys. Local authorities, in conjunction with LEO and business support units, are commissioning research data to stimulate economic investment. This data will also highlight the opportunities for remote working and cluster development. Excuse me. In a wider context, Remote working in all its forms can be very beneficial for individuals, businesses, communities and the environment. Volunteer groups such as Grow Remote are playing an important role in communicating the benefits of remote working. Individuals can benefit from a reduced commute and increased work-life balance. By introducing remote working, businesses can both retain staff and grow staff numbers through accessing a wider talent pool. And communities will benefit as the busy co-working hubs contribute to vibrant towns and villages, and this in turn leads to increased spend in the locality. The environment benefits from a reduction in carbon emissions, and a reduction of commuters benefits Dublin, and it allows it to thrive as an international business and visitor destination. The inclusion of remote working and co-working hubs as strategic objectives or support actions in a number of the regional enterprise plans demonstrates the importance of this concept and commitment to further development. Looking then at just some future development and policy suggestions, with regard to the co-working hubs, the managed co-working hubs, leveraging the opportunities of co-working hubs requires skilled managers. Currently, the funding supports for managers are for a 3 years salary, and we suggest 5 years funding support would be more appropriate so as to allow the centres the required timescale to become viable and self-sustaining. Enhanced connectivity between hubs. This is the next stage or the next phase. Explore ways to support a formal network of co-working hubs so as to leverage economies of scale in research, collaboration, training and funding opportunities. Include landing spaces for FDI, for foreign direct investment. Explore ways to facilitate IDA companies establish an initial footprint in a town or region via the use of co-working hubs. The promotion of co-working hubs and other forms of remote working would benefit or could benefit from the following. Legislation. Develop a national policy on remote working. This could include appropriate legislation around employment law and enable remote working to become the norm. And we reference the UK Flexible Working Regulations 2014. Excuse me. Incentivise employers. Consider an enhanced revenue scheme or allowance for remote workers. Then, finally, public sector pilots. Explore opportunities for public sector employees. This could include enhanced opportunities for remote working, either from home or for use from dedicated co-working hubs within local authority buildings on a reciprocal basis. Thank you very much for your time. Your document pack includes details of some initiatives taking place around the country.
Thanks very much, Ms.